Show y'all these right quick, what I was doing out here, getting the bars cleaned up and ready, doing a flat black on them. This is the halo part. They got one more coat due on it. I got it out here after the rain and letting the Mustang run. Here's the down bars. I haven't started on this. I will do this tomorrow. This is where we'll start, but these down bars look good, or 8-pillar bars. So, what are we floating right there? Can't see that, but we're at 12.85. It's up there perfect, right in the green. Everything looks good on this thing, man. I am ready to get this out and run. But I'll start on this tomorrow, getting everything tore apart on this. Getting these 8-pillar bars ready to go in, and I'll finish painting on that tonight and get it put in here and ready for tomorrow. All right, well, cool beans. Let me go inside. All right, show you what we got to do here. I need to move the MSD, not really move it, but I got to cut. I made it big here, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that way, in case there was a different box I could buy for the MSD ignition, the 2-step box. I was going to put right here, right beside my MSD ignition box. But now that I'm doing this cage, I have got to cut some of this off. But I like the measurements. I got to see how much I need to take off, because I like using that screw hole right there. And I got another spot up here where I'm bolted down a bunch of grounds. So I need to trim from there to there, and then which is going to probably end up messing me up eventually on the 2-step box, but it is what it is. All right, so you see I got to trim that out there and get me some marks, and then I'll see how much. All right, cool beans, let me get busy. All right, that's not gonna be that bad right there of a notch to get that to fall there, because that's pretty much it right there. I'm gonna slide it over. And then you see right there, it's a good bend out of the pocket where it hits right up there. I don't know if you can tell that or not because of the light, but I need to see exactly where this tube needs to tie into the halo at, and then go from there. Because I might have to notch it back, cut just a little bit off of this right here for it to line up with the halo, because the halo needs to be set before we set these. But everything looks good. Now I got to cut my plate out. This plate right here is what we had to remove. You can see where I don't think I'm going to be able to reuse this bolt here, and that was to keep it from wobbling. I might have to add a brace, but I can come across to here and down and still save a good bit. That was to keep it from wobbling. I don't know, maybe I can loop this out somehow and leave this little piece, because, you know, coming up, keep that. Yeah, might be a way. All right, let me get this here cut out and out of the way. All right, let's show you where I'm at. I had to take the dash loose to get that part of the vents out right here. It come out right here to get everything, all the vents. I didn't get this side tore apart for like the heater. I never did disassemble this whole thing and got all of the vents out, so, or the piping for the vents, there we go. Get all of it out of my way, but I got this in now, so I had to move all that, and I had to take the dash loose, which was there's a bolt, 6 bolts. There's one there, one here, one in the middle, here and here, at the bottom, and at the bottom down here, and then plus on your dash panel you had 2 bolts here, then 2 bolts here, but aggravate and take apart. Anyways, there's a lot of wiring right here, as you can see, that I am not using for this car. That's one thing we're going to have to do, is go through and tear all of this out and just rewire the car to the bare minimums that we need. But I think I'm able to get by my gauge. I had to flip this bar around to get enough room, because one side's longer than the other, and it puts the bend here, so I've already turned that one around. But I think I like it better the long ways, because I'm hitting here now. After I got everything out of my way, if you look down in there, that brace right there is for my steering wheel, and I can't I can't move that. I mean, I can move it. I can put a little spacer and let it come out to let the bar come down some more to me, and then it'll allow it to fall down. Or I could bend that sheet metal down there and see if that will give me enough room to allow the pipe to slide by, and then, you know, to angle up down to hit the next pipe, because it's not making it yet. So I gotta figure that out now, and then I gotta put all of this back together. So all right, well, cool beans. I'm gonna get me something to drink and get started on this. Here we go. After a little bit of beating, I cut it right there with a chisel along a pry bar I had. I cut it that way I could bend it down, but by doing that right there, whoop. All right, so I didn't have to modify this bar in any kind of way that's in here. Right there, that stabilizing bar, I got it loose, but you can see right there, see how wobbly our steering wheel is. So I'm gonna tighten all that back down. Man, it is smoking out here, but cool beans. That's got that. Now all I got to do is cut my little angles on those and let it set down proper on both sides and put this thing back together. All right, well, cool beans. I'm gonna get me something cold to drink and finish this up. Taking the parts, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Or putting it back together. That way you can see where you're at. Then your unplugs here. You got your unplugs on your lights here, and these are your hazards. Okay, let me get this finished, put back together. All right, everything is back up and running. We are good. Box is up and running now. See this? I was hoping maybe when I lit it up, my gauges, something wouldn't be working, but they're all on and they're all working. Son of a gun. Okay, I know what that's for now. Man, it is hot. This right here, I traced it back down. This goes to my shifter. This is the light to my shifter. This is what gives the power to the light. So I gotta get this hooked back up. Whew. But I ain't kidding, boy. It is smoking out here. Look at this. But all right, we got that figured out. That goes back to our shift light. So I need to get it hooked up. It was no big deal. I was kind of curious because none of my gauges quit working. My air fuel ratio, everything worked. So I didn't know. I didn't tack it to see if my red limiter light come on. But I was making sure everything was hooked back up. The MSD ignition box hooked back up properly. So we're good to go. All we like is just a little bit of pieces to put back the, let me show you where I'm at. These are the pieces that's left to go up underneath the column right here. Cover up all of this section. I'm leaving it for now because once we go to do this bar, you see right there where it's hitting on the right here, that little piece right there, I can't get that bolted back down, so I'm gonna wait till we get the in case I have to take this piece off again to move it around. All of this bolts back up to that, so there's no reason to put it back on to turn around and have to take it back off if I have to move it around. I was thinking I wouldn't have to move my gauges here, but I still am going to move my gauges. If you look right there, once this gets up here, it pushes against this one gauge, and if I ever have to take this off to work on these gauges, I probably will never be able to get them out. So it's going to be a good idea to go on and change these and move them to right here is where we're going to move everything. I already pre-drilled these a while back, so we're going to move them right there, and that's going to be easier to keep an eye on because it'll move all my gauges together. And then we're going to get another air to fuel ratio for the driver's side. I'm going to move this one over here for it to be passenger, and then get another one for the driver's side, and then we can hook up a GoPro camera to shine straight down on it. That way we can keep up with what's going on with the car during a run. So after a run, we can come back and I guess data log it, because this will be the only way we will be able to get any kind of data is by GoPro cameras. I don't have no computer systems or nothing. So, all right, well, cool beans, it is terribly hot, and I'm done. I got all of this put back together. That was my main goal for today, to get all of this where it was can go in and out with no troubles. We still got to test fit the halo and cut it, but I got it out here now. It's painted and ready to go in, so it just needs to be trimmed to fit, and then trim the bars to fit, and then we should be good to go. But the car's back up and running, which didn't do nothing with it, but I unhooked a whole bunch of crap just to try to get that one roll bar, A-pillar bar in, which was a booger, because on this side I took all of the air duct and vents and all that out of it. It was very easy, but from this side over I did not take none of it out. Even the gauges, the controls and all that are still inside the car. So once we go and eventually put the crossbar up underneath the dash done, and then once I get to a point where I'm ready to do that, then I'm just going to completely rewire the car for just a strictly race car kind of application. So all right, well, cool beans, I'm done. I'm done. It is hot, I'm sweaty, so I'm going in. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll holler at y'all taters later.